a couple of things I've learned so far. Number one, it's tricky to do a daily edit if you don't move all your files onto transfer your files during the day. If I do a transfer of any clips I've taken in the morning and before I finish, that helps, because then when I sit down I can actually edit clips. That's number one. Lesson two is I've really become aware of stuff around, just the things around my house that I didn't even see before. There's a roof, for example, where a whole bunch of pigeons sit that I never even saw until I had my zoom lens out and was kind of capturing some skyline stuff. So it's quite amazing to see what you discover once you stop for a second and just think about trying to capture the beauty around you. You actually see the beauty around you that you never saw. The other thing is that the grind of daily challenges when somebody else is around is quite difficult to capture. It's much easier for me to capture when I'm alone. Being used to talking to the camera when other people are around is a very different thing. So 3 lessons so far. So it's 7:30 at night and I've just snuck back into the garage to do a bit more before tomorrow's packing and shipping run for the One Less Thing business. The thing I want to get on with is we have this cool little Raspberry Pi and a barcode scanner, laser, that I built a little system that allows us to essentially all of our shipping notes, etc. and packing notes all have barcodes on them, and the Raspberry Pi allows us to do a quick zap to be able to validate that, to notify the systems that something is being packed and shipped, and eventually we'll be able to trigger a whole bunch of automated notifications, etc. to our clients that the orders are going, and also it's there to as our volume grows, to make sure we don't pack and ship the wrong thing to the wrong customer. It's quite easy when you've got a whole bunch of variants of the same thing to kind of get all the way like 95% through a big packing run, and then find you've got a ground instead of a plunger, ground for plunger instead of ground for espresso or something, and you're like, which box did we just put that in? So one of the things I just need to fix tonight is the action sheet, so that it can the barcode scanner can choose the action, then choose the order. And I had it working, but it didn't work very smoothly last month, so I want to just fix that up before tomorrow's subscription run. One of the trickiest things about working with a software stack that is very similar in a consulting base to your product or service that you're building as a side project is sometimes you end up learning stuff during the day about things that you probably have done suboptimally, and wanting to go back and write that optimization back into the software or service that you've got as your side project. It's really tricky because the benefit is probably not great, especially if it's a side project, but yet the kind of the craftsman in me especially wants to go back and make sure that the lesson has been applied. And it's a really hard temptation when really you should be looking for to add new things that and add with the new addition, maybe add the optimization that you found, but there's a strong temptation to keep going back and rewriting. I call it to George, polishing the turd, and it's really tempting to polish a turd, and that's just got to stop. You just need to make sure you're creating more output rather than just polishing something that nobody is really using. Tricky though. So I managed to get to the point where I have an action sheet that we can barcode scan and then hit the order ID that comes on all of the printables, etc. And then it will submit it off to the server. So I did that, which you can see here. So now this cool sheet, which you scan this, then you scan the order ID off the packing sheet, and then you're good to go. And that's all. That's all I have time for today.